Our industry has a clear vision for the future, a vision to achieve by 2050 net zero carbon cruising.
CLIA is the Cruise Lines International Association, and we're the largest trade association representing cruising. We provide a unified voice for all of the different constituencies that make up a very broad ecosystem of cruise lines, suppliers, business partners, and travel trade. Cruising is a vital segment in the travel and tourism industries. It connects people to people and people to places, but beyond this commitment to creating a wonderful travel experience, the cruise industry is committed to so much more in terms of sustainability and what that means for protecting the oceans we sail on, the air we breathe, and the destinations we visit.
This strong sustainability commitment is relying on science and innovation, which are at the heart of our strategy. We have been looking at a comprehensive approach to our sustainabilities, mainly built around 3 pillars. The first pillar is obviously focusing on the reduction of the emissions of our vessels. The second pillar, linked to the specificity of our industry, is looking at our hotel activities on board. So how to reduce the energy needs, but also the environmental impact of these many activities that you can have on board of a cruise ship. The third pillar, extremely important for us, is to ensure that the sustainability practices we develop on board are also reflected on shore, working together with destination to ensure that we can have sustainable practices when we come to the communities. Our strategy is clear, structured around the 3 pillars, but we have not waited for now to start.
These ships that are designed and built up to 5 years in advance, we need to envisage what is the technology, that will come. And I think that every time that we see a newer ship coming to the market, I see great improvements. Each ships, the newer deliveries, 20-25% better than the previous ships.
Europe is where we build our vessels. More than 93% of our vessels are built in Europe. That means that cruise vessels for the European shipyard represents more than 80% of the order book's value. We have more than 45 billion euro of investments for the next 5 years in new vessels, mainly in these European shipyards, which allow our industry to support the objectives of Europe for a green transition in the maritime sector.
So there is a strong industrial commitment, research and development by the cruise industry to find solutions that eventually will bring us to the final result, which is zero emission. Fuel technologies, a new type of fuel, synthetic fuels, or whether there is hardware on the ship itself that will bring the capability of the ships to have zero emission going forward. There is a lot of money being invested by the cruise lines, and that is the best commitment that you have, because we are actually very pragmatic and concrete on our approach to ensure that we will reach that target.
To achieve sustainable cruising, cruise lines cannot do it alone. They have to work closely with the ports to ensure that the right infrastructure are in place to allow decarbonization mainly, but all of these sustainability efforts that we are undergoing that are realized.
Sustainability plays a key role for the development of Hamburg as a cruise destination. Here in Cruise Center Altona in 2016, the first onshore power system in Europe was built. Honestly, without the support and collaboration of the cruise line, this would not have been possible. Ports generally play a crucial role, in the decarbonization and air pollution control. That's why it's very important that we all take, responsibility and make a contribution. And therefore, providing onshore power helps us, reaching the zero emission target. Onshore power electricity helps reducing the emission at berth. When a ship is arriving at the port, they can pretty much turn off the engine and plug into the local onshore power system. Generally speaking, onshore power systems are very complex project. Of course, the collaboration and communication with the cruise lines is of paramount importance. And in this respect, CLIA plays certainly a very supportive role.
We anticipate that within the next 5 years, more than 75% of our vessels will be capable to connect to shoreside electricity. This is for emission at berth and locally. So shoreside electricity is an important element of this. We have already started several years ago in investing into new type of fuels that allows to reduce all of the different greenhouse gas emissions of the vessels. Around 26 vessels in the next 5 years will be capable to use LNG, liquefied natural gas. Why is this important? LNG is still a fossil fuel, but it is an important transition fuel. Now for the future, we are looking at other type of sustainable marine fuel, sustainable biogas, sustainable biofuel, up to hydrogen, biomethanes, and other solutions which are combined with different technologies. Cruise vessels have one of the most advanced systems for wastewater treatment, waste management, but also recycling. And we can truly say that cruise vessels and cruise operations are an excellent example of circular economy. All of our vessels are equipped with procedures and approaches to ensure that all of our waste is collected, sorted, treated, and reused where possible into energy. Working locally with the municipalities, with the local communities to help them think through the transformation of their tourism practices is extremely important in the CLIA strategy for sustainability. We have worked with the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, GSTC, to help municipalities such as Dubrovnik, Corfu or Heraklion to think through the practices they are implementing in their tourism managements and help them set a roadmap towards a more sustainable tourism practice.
We need to talk more. We need to ensure that politicians appreciate that our industry can bring, like I said before, not only factual result for our industry, but as well to civil society. And we need to converge. We need to converge at the end because the task is so difficult, it's so challenging, and that's when we need to work together, for the well-being of society, for the future of our planet.